We're here at the Kerr Center, and David, you guys are doing some research on another native, the elderberry.
Yes, the elderberry is a plant that's native to Oklahoma. It's used as a processing fruit, or the flowers can be used in teas.
Okay.
There's a lot of work being done now on the potential for this crop. A lot of the work's being done in Missouri, but a lot of the genetic stock actually originated in Oklahoma. So a lot of the stuff you can buy, the varieties, originated genetically from Oklahoma stock.
Okay, all right.
Now, the variety here I'm looking at is Adams. That is one of the original varieties, but that came out of New York State.
Okay.
So it's a northeastern variety, and here we have the nice elderberry flower on here. We can see the berries getting ready in a ripened cluster right here. And as we move on down, we move into other varieties that were selected from Oklahoma stock.
Well, what are you looking for when you're selecting an elderberry?
Well, it depends on your use for it. If you're going to be processing juice for production in either juice, wines, there's some interest in using it as a natural food dye. You're looking for even ripening in those cases. You're looking for clusters that actually turn down, because it seems like the birds love elderberries.
Right.
And this keeps them from harvesting the fruit if the fruit clusters droop down.
Okay.
And
so this one's drooping, but we still have uneven ripening here.
Yes.
And this variety is which one here?
Bob Gordon.
This is Bob Gordon. So you can definitely see that this one droops more than the other one. But
yes, and those are the aspects, characteristics we're looking at and trying to see, and also yield is an issue too. But you also want to consider that. Now, if I were harvesting this for personal use, I might want one that has more uneven ripening in terms of this cluster won't ripen, but that one would. So I can have harvesting over several weeks because I'm personally processing it. But for commercial production, we like that even harvest, even ripening for harvesting.
Okay, and when we're talking about harvesting, it's critical to mention that at this point, the only way to really harvest is by hand.
Yes. Yes, we can process them with commercial processing equipment, but when it comes to harvesting, this is all a hand harvested crop.
Okay.
So there's a lot of labor involved in it at this point. It would be nice to develop a commercial harvester that could harvest these. There are commercial blueberry harvesters, but it would be nice to have a harvester that would harvest these berries commercially, and that would take the labor out of it and really boost the potential for the crop.
Okay, we've got a beautiful one here, and this one is actually selected from here in Oklahoma, correct?
Yes, this variety is called Ranch.
And it's a beautiful one, and I've heard homeowners are using it more ornamentally because it looks so nice.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, it has that kind of light feathery foliage to it, and the berry clusters are all ripening evenly, they're all drooping down, so it has a lot of those characteristics we're looking for in a very healthy plant.
Yeah, the branches aren't drooping, so it doesn't look like it's needing water or anything, just the fruit's actually drooping.
Yes, and that is the nice aspect of this variety. So these are some of the characteristics, and of course, being a new crop that's really being looked at, there's going to be more breeding work done on it in the future, and we're also trying to identify what are the characteristics, because realize this is a processing plant, but it's also being looked at for its nutraceutical potential. This has one of the highest antioxidant contents of any native berry out there. So, and that's what everybody's heard about. If you haven't,
that's why I can't believe, yes. That's why they're chasing the blueberry.
Yeah, the blueberry and the blackberry for the antioxidant content. Well, this one ranks higher than those.
Right.
But again, it's not a fresh eating berry. This is one you process. So, and that's the aspect of it that we have to get past, is that we're harvesting this, processing it, and then putting it out there on the market.
Okay, well, great. And I know OSU, we have a fact sheet on growing elderberries.
Yes.
Do you guys also have information on your website? Or
no, but we have some links to elderberry research that's being done in Missouri. And Missouri has a lot of fact sheets on elderberry production. There's also some work being done on processing of the elderberry to find out what the best way to process it is. There's a production grower in Missouri that is actually selling elderberry juice commercially. So if anybody wants to try it, they can order it online. And then in Oklahoma, we have 360 Farms, which is doing teas, herbal teas from elderberries using the flowers, and that's another aspect of the production system. There's a lot of ways to use this crop.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing with us.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.